Hello, Judy here from Thistledew Creations. Today I'm going to try to finish up the Advent calendar book that I'm making for a swap. It's to be an Advent calendar initially, and then after that she can use it for an ephemera holder. So I didn't do the book itself in a Christmas theme. I did it in a more vintage, scrappy, collaged theme. And I've got a few of the pages to finish up. So this one has to be finished up, and this one, but I'll just do a little flip through of what I've done. Now I did initially have these envelopes this way, but I found that it was too much bulk at the bottom, and so the book was sitting like this, like tilted. So I found that when I put them upright, now it sits properly when you fold it up. So that's something I'm going to have to change. I added these coin envelopes, which I have lots of. I put ink on them, put map on the front, and then I put them as a belly band. I glued them just at the top and the bottom, and then I put 3 different pieces of 6x6 paper in behind each one. And then I still have these tags, which I think we did in the last video. And so I might go through and make sure that more of the envelopes are vertical picture, because I have some of them obviously sideways. So I'm not sure about that yet, but this really did make a big difference so that it sits right when you open the, when you have the book closed. Makes it a little easier to use. So I may even put, I've got a bunch more of these plain envelopes. I may even do some stenciling or stamping on them, on some extra ones, so that I can stick them in behind, and then that can be in there for her to use. She can always just put tags vertically in here. The gingerbread house works out better because it's portrait. Cardinals didn't work out quite as well, and some of the color combos worked really well. So I kind of also did try to do the colors for each page sort of themed for the month. Like this one I've set aside blue, which will be for January, and then pinks for February, green and yellow for March, blue for April showers, and then pinks again for May, and then purples for June, and more blues for July, and then into the yellows for August, yellows and greens, and then more yellows and orangey tones for September, and then orange for October, and purple for November, and then red and green for December. And then the last page is also green because it's still Christmassy. And then I don't know if I'm going to put another booklet in here. I probably have some pre-made ones I could include. I don't have time to make another one. This has taken a long time. It's been a lot of work. I've really enjoyed it, but it has been a lot of work. I'm not 100% happy with the way the binding, it's kind of loose. I put those skewers in to make it more loose, but it's almost too loose now. So I'm not sure if that was the right thing to do, basically. But I'm going to go ahead and do these last few pages just to show you how I did it. So to make these little belly bands, I had these coin envelopes and I had some maps. So I wanted to kind of include in the basic journal the 3 or 4 papers that I always use, which is book page, music, and map. The other one that I often use is ledger, and I don't really have any of that in here yet. So those are kind of the holy trinity of collage, scrapbooking, junk journaling for me. Yours might be different, but that's what I like. So First thing I did with the little envelopes was I inked the heck out of them. So I inked the flap. Make sure I'm in screen here. Ink the flap up just on the flat there like that, just so it's not so perfect. I didn't really like the color of these, but it is kind of a neutral when it comes to paper. And then I inked the edges. And then I inked the front. Actually, I glued the map on first, so I should go ahead and do that. So I glued the map on by putting, because it's a little bit larger, I put glue stick through the middle, and then Aleene's tacky glue around the edges so they don't tend to lift up, because the glue stick, it's not very, very permanent, but it does a good job covering a big area. And then I usually just do a little squiggle in the middle too, just so that it doesn't sort of bubble in the middle. And then I had these cut with my tear ruler just a little bit smaller than the front of the envelope. So I did that first. And then I put the ink on, just around the edges on the front. And I think my ink is getting dry. I mean, I see that it is doing something, but when I first opened it, it was a lot darker. So I've tried to order some ink on Amazon yesterday, but it's telling me it's going to be a couple weeks, which surprised me. This Tim Holtz stuff doesn't seem to be in captivity anywhere close to me. And then I put the envelopes, both of them on the left side of the page, and that way when you close the page, they're not right on top of each other, so that eliminates a little bit of bulk as well. And so this is going to be harder to do with the book full, but I can do it. For this, I did switch to the 3-in-1 glue just so that it would work quicker. And it's got a really grip to this coarse paper. My cap is giving me a little trouble. I made sure I screwed it right on last night. And I'm just about to the bottom of the bottle, so it's time. I was in Michael's a couple weeks ago and I didn't buy it. I should have. So I just did a thin line at the top and the bottom of the envelope. I wanted to still be able to use the envelope, but have it as a belly band. I put it in the upper left-hand corner, and I just have to hold it for a few moments, maybe 30 seconds or so, and then it won't move. And then it'll dry really quickly after that. It's harder for me to press down on it when I've got it on an angle like this. And that way I can still put something in these envelopes, and I haven't done that yet. What I was thinking I would do would be to get some little, I've got small plastic baggies, like Ziploc baggies that I used for my jewelry making, and I've got a bunch of brand new ones that haven't been used. I thought I would fill them with like sequins and glitter and things like that could go in there. And in each envelope, I've got the paper goodies already. So one of the things for the first one is some tags. So some gold foiling on these ones, some plain ones she can decorate, just an assortment of tags. And the birds will keep watch over those. And then that can slide in there. And I think I'm pretty good with the papers for now. They're just to show her that it's a belly band, basically. She'll be able to put whatever she wants in them. And so that page is then done for now until I get doing something to put in those. And then this next page, same thing. In this one I have a little matchbook notepad that I made and decorated, and it's February, so it has a red rose, or I guess it's more like a tulip or a poppy, but it's got music and gold foil and wild rose Yeah, it's really cute. I should do a video on those. I really enjoyed making those. And still the basic things. And I had this one ready to go, so we'll just glue it on. I just wanted to show you one. I didn't think you needed to watch me make multiples. I got these little coin pockets, or pouches, in a haul from a friend at work. And she gave me, there was a whole box of them, like a couple hundred of them. And I just put them on the shelf and didn't really think anything more about them. Haven't tried to use them yet. And when I did go to use them, I see every single one of them, this flap at the bottom here is glued on crooked. Just so you can see it, I'm outlining that. You can see how crooked that is. So the bottom of the envelope is crooked. So I straightened them all. But what I was thinking I would do when I go to use them is just put some lace or ribbon along the bottom and have it so that it straightens the bottom edge, rather than, I mean, I can still go through this process of ripping it up. Like all I did was lifted it up like this, recreased it, used my bone folder to sharpen that crease, but that was why I wanted to glue something over top of it too. So that's pretty much glued down now. Add my papers in there, add my Santa envelope in there, and then one more that I left for us to do together. And this one has just some little images that I stamped on ivory paper, a bunch of different ones, log cabins, trees, leaves. So just like I say, a bunch of paper goodies for her to play with. I didn't really want it to be all Christmas stuff. I don't know if hers that she sends me will be all Christmas stuff or not. I wouldn't mind if it is, because I don't have a lot of Christmas stuff for paper scrapping, paper crafting. I will work on that in the coming weeks when the dollar stores start to have it, and through the years, or through the year, I will start looking for more. I did buy a few things at yard sales and so on this summer, but not a lot. I got a lot more Halloween than Christmas. I mean, I have a ton of Christmas cards. That's what I'm going to do most of my projects with for December. So then this one has the pink. And I like just the way that it all kind of layers. Oops. And the rest of them are done. So what I wanted to finish up today is gluing on some numbers. And I think I'm going to go ahead and glue them on, because I got, well, I was thinking I would have them removable, but I've got number stickers. Now, mind you, none of them are very sticky because they're old, but I figured I could put them on the fronts of these little pouches, and then she could always take them off and put something else there. Like, I was just thinking like this. Maybe I just need, maybe that's where I could use the ledger paper in behind that. I just have to make it more complicated for myself, don't I? Let me go grab some. To have some green ledger paper that's coffee dyed, so I'll use that. And these can be all the same size because These little squares are all the same size. I'm just looking for my tear ruler. I'm not seeing it. So I'll just use a square, a regular ruler. And I can follow the lines on the paper, so it'll make it fairly easy. And fairly quick. And that way, when I attach the letter to this paper, if she wants to change that, she can take that off a little easier. I'll just use a little bit of glue stick to, I'll put the numbers on the paper with tacky, but I'll just use glue stick to put it on the envelope, and then if she wants to change it out, hopefully she'll watch this video and know what my intention was then. If she wants to change it to like a theme for each month, she can do that. Or she can put a different label, like if she's using one page for butterflies and one page for flowers and one page for whatever, however she wants to use it, right? Oh, that's too many. I'll do about half as many at once here and cut myself some little squares. And those are going to be folded over. Save them for something else. This one is a little too wide, so I'm going to tear it. And a good tip for if you're new to tearing with a tear ruler, one tip is to don't try, if you have the chance, if you have the option, don't try to tear a little strip off like this. Put the ruler down and tear the wider strip, because you can get a hold of it better. You just have to hold down firmly on the ruler. It's easier to do, less likely to go off kilter on you. So now I have all four, and I'm trying to think of a cute word, a cute phrase or name to call them, like, you know how you have the Holy Trinity. Well, I want something like that, but it's four things. It's book page, music paper, map, and ledger. Those are the things that I almost always try to include in my collages. Book page encompasses a lot of things, but mainly I mean writing, like typed pages. So let's take the one. Well, first of all, I will, just to make this go faster, I'm gonna just do a little glue stick and put that there. And I'm putting the coffee dyed side up. And then this is gonna have to be glued, even though it's a sticker. It is a little sticky, but not sticky enough. So I'll glue that down to the music, or to the ledger. And then, like I say, she'll be able to take that off if she wants and put something else there. But at least I'll have like the numbers for the advent calendar in there, in the mix, in the project. So carefully turn that over, make sure it's still there when and because I don't have enough of any one kind of sticker, I'm going to kind of randomly mix up the types of numbers. So again, glue stick so she can remove it. And I'll use, on this one, I'll use one of these, sort of like, it's got music paper in the background, and it's like a little medallion or whatever. And then this should go fairly quickly. If I could stop fumbling. I use this method of just a little glue stick in my cluster books, and it works well because when you go to get a cluster out, you can get it off without too much trouble. Number 3. These stickers are so old that the back of the sticker stayed on the glossy page. I can still use it. I'll just add less bulk, which will be good. That's the problem. I chose like a board sticker, and that's going to add more bulk on me. I almost should put them up in the corner where they won't interfere. That's not a bad idea, Judy. It's not too late. So again, if I put them all in the same corner, then they will only be, well, they're not going to be as thick as this anyway. And then this I can decorate some other way or not. So I'm going to change this one before it's too late. I'll show you what I mean. Like that's, I'm going to have to mark it. Maybe what I'll do is put the months there, so she'll get the idea that it's also a monthly, intended to be a monthly thing. Sometimes you got to change your ideas on the fly, right? That's me for sure. So 1, 2, 3. Make sure I know how to count here. 4 and 5. And in, did I show you what was in this one? In this envelope, we have some hidden paper clips done with fabrics and scrapbook papers. This one's fabric and paper. And they have dangles on them that used to be earrings, because I was a jewelry designer. I still am, but I don't do it as much anymore. So that's what's in that one. So this is 4. And we'll go back to one of these. I should have done these in front of the TV last night too. Idea was in my head. I think these will come off this coarse paper even easier than off of the envelope. She doesn't have to take them off, but she can. That's the intention. And I put these ribbons on too. I don't think I showed you that part yet either. I put the ribbons on the tags, and I used black and white buffalo check for all of them. That gives her a lot of black and white buffalo check to use. She doesn't have to keep it on these tags. She can put something different, but she's got it. She wants to keep it. I think the black and white check goes with just about every holiday. Like I really like it with Christmas. I love it with Valentine's Day and Easter, even St. Patty's Day. And what's in this one? Oh, just some more stamped stuff and tags and tickets, mostly tags. Was 5. I didn't really see myself using these, but what I might do to, since I'm gonna have a lot of them used up by doing this, if there's any left, maybe I'll make a series of ATCs and use them up. I've been trying to do that lately. If I have like just a few of something left, I just make a few ATCs to use them up. I love ATCs. So much fun. So number 7, I'll use one of these pale green ones again. It came off better this time. In this envelope. I may not be showing you every single one. This is full of tickets. I recently got a whole bunch of tickets from Kimmy Sunshine. If you're watching, Kimmy, I got my other envelope yesterday. I didn't realize you were sending me another envelope of them. So I'm going to do some stamping, I think, on the back sides of some of them, and maybe decorating some, playing around with them. Since I have so many, I might even do like a master board of them. Be good for New Year's Eve. A lot of people drink on New Year's Eve, so a lot of them are beer, wine, and liquor tickets. So that would be kind of cute. So that was 7. I just want to make sure I don't mess up. So 8. I'll use a smaller one this time. So I think you get the idea. I'll finish this up. Actually, I'll finish it up later, but I'll go ahead and show you what's in each envelope, because I'm sure you might be a little curious about that. And then this can be my final flip through. And anything else that I do will be a surprise for the recipient only. So this one is full of butterflies and butterfly stuff. So there's a couple of little quotes about butterflies and a whole bunch of stickers and die cuts. And then this one is feathers, some actual real feathers and some feather stickers. And then this one is bling. So some of the Dollar Tree or Dollarama silver rhinestones, and these aren't really rhinestone, they're just faceted, so they look really expensive. A pair of flip-flops made out of sequins, and some clear, nice quality ones. They're not dollar store ones. Just out of my stash. And then this one has just some little paper, cardstock tags with little holes in them, and some little cutouts of houses, and these are out of a calendar that I have almost completely used up all the things from that calendar. And then here we have a bunch of dominoes, little tiny micro-sized dominoes. They'd be great for ATCs as well. That's what's in there. Black ones and white ones. Just little cardstock dominoes. Yeah, the stuff that I put in here will be surprises. I won't show you that. And then a few just random fussy cuts and small little pictures that I've cut out. So you can use those to decorate with or to do ATCs. And this one is punched flowers at a book page in beige colors, and there's a couple of bright yellow ones as well. Oops, upside down. And then this one has same idea, but snowflakes, white and blue, with a punch. And this one has wood grain squares that I've ripped out of hardwood flooring catalog, and then also some printables of Scrabble tiles. They're a little bit bigger than the actual tiles, but they're, again, letters that you can use to do in collage or whatever. And then this one has some whale tail tabs that are all like, they're made out of, cut out of packaging boxes like Cracker Box and stuff. So they're probably going to be used for this side, right? So you just fold those in half and then put it onto the edge of a page, and it gives you a tab. And I have one of those punches, so I'm always punching whenever I have something that I was going to throw in the garbage. I try to punch out some whale tail tabs instead. And then this one has some fabric. This is some torn strips of out of a pillowcase in a trellis design in beige. And this was torn out of a little purse that I got at a yard sale with the rose ribbons and embroidery on it. And it's like a linen fabric. A little chunkier on that one, but that's okay. And then this one has a few of the chipboard words. So hope, amazing, inspire, and cherish. I just find that I don't use those, so I thought maybe someone else would. Be great for the front of a book or something. And then this one has some Post-it notes. Pretty colorful Post-it notes with a little owl on the main one. And then there's some little flag ones and coordinating small ones. I just thought those were cute. I use Post-it notes for all sorts of things. And then this one has a hanky that I picked up at the farmer's market this summer. It's not a vintage one, it's a new one. Upside down. The little snowman will get dizzy standing on his head. And then this one is 3 butterfly acrylic stickers, 3D ones. And then number 24 is some lace. So it's edging that I cut out of a tablecloth. So it can be used white or tea dyed, whatever she wants to do. And then, like I say, I don't know what I'm going to do for 25. It might end up being another book or something. So I still have to figure that out and do it. And I might make a pocket to put it in. But I think this will be the final flip through for this. I'm sure maybe were intrigued at the beginning, but probably getting tired of it now. So I'll leave the rest to be surprises for her. And I even thought about including some candy and stuff in there. So I haven't got any like laying around the house except for Halloween candy. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed seeing how I made this. Maybe you can add some comments below in the comments about what you would have done differently. If you know of a way to stop this from being so wobbly, maybe it's just as simple as not using the skewers next time, which I used to space it to give it more room. But I think I might have given it too much room because it's kind of wobbly. And like, one of the things that they say is that it's great because things lay flat. Well, it kind of does, but these pages are so thick that it doesn't lay flat. Like it's too bulky. But I think she's going to enjoy all the goodies, and hopefully she can make use of it for just tags and papers, and maybe by the seasons, maybe not, maybe by the project. But I hope she enjoys it. And if you've watched this far, thank you very much. Like, comment, share, subscribe as usual, but most of all, have a great day.